What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deluxe, and today we are here for the 23rd episode of the CrewCast podcast. And today I have nobody epic, Shadow Beats, Sidearms, and myself. G18 is in the background. Don't know if he'll say anything because he hasn't said anything up until these 23 episodes. But you never know, today might be the day. All right, so today we're going to be talking about a few different things, but the first thing that you guys wanted to know from us when it comes to podcast topics was basically what was your guilty pleasure? It can be back then, when you were a child, or it can be now, it can be whenever. And I'll start off by telling you my guilty pleasure, and it is sleep. Like, I usually don't get a lot of sleep at night just because I stay up late hours and I get up really early. And it's just how my body works. It's been doing that for the past 8 years. And I get about 5 hours of sleep. But in the day, I can take naps where I used to not be able to take naps. Back when I was in high school, I hated naps. That was something that I stayed away from, like, at all costs. I hated naps, didn't see the point in them. Now I take, if I could take 2 naps a day, I would take 2 naps a day. And they could be from 30 minutes to a couple hours. Today I took one for an hour and a half. And I felt great getting up. And, sometimes you feel groggy, and sometimes you feel like you got like a big cloud over your head. It's just a weird foggy feeling, you know what I'm saying? But sleeping is definitely one of my guilty pleasures. It's nothing like, I have to have the temperature down about 72, 71. That's in my household. I don't know how it is with yours, but I can't stand to be very hot. I can be cold because I always say the phrase, you can always put on more clothes, can't take enough off. So basically, I always have to have a cover on me at all times. I'm one of those people that I can't be touched if I'm taking a nap by anything else. Like, I have to be like a cocoon. I have to be wrapped up in my covers. And I have some people like their pillows like really tall and stacked. My pillow is probably the thinnest you've seen. It's maybe an inch tall, and it's like almost a pancake. It barely gets off the ground. It's itty bitty. But I use it kind of like, I kind of hug it, like right hand goes under, or over, left hand goes under, and I kind of like hug it, and that's the way I sleep. I sleep mostly on my stomach more than anything. That's kind of a weird thing. I don't know how you guys do, but sleeping is definitely my guilty pleasure. What about you guys? Do any of y'all have, like, sleeping is one of yours, or there's anything weird that you do when it comes to that kind of stuff?
I can't sleep on my stomach.
You can't at all?
I'm just that's not a guilty pleasure. Yeah, I gotta sleep on my side. But yeah, I've told you guys this before. I don't know if it was in a video or not. I lose track of what we talk about in Golf with Friends. Yeah, I know, right? But something that I have loved forever is when I have like a sandwich or something, and you laugh, fuck off, it's good. No,
Shadow is big time sandwich guy.
I already know.
you have like a sandwich or something, and I like my sandwiches cold. So, like, when I go and order a hoagie or some shit, I put it in the fridge. And, like, it'll be in the fridge for a while, and then I go out and eat it. And then, I'll eat most of the sandwich, but for, the last part of it, I take off all the meat. And I just enjoy the bread. Really? Because it's kind of been, like,
soggy
the juices from, like, the meat and everything have they've marinated the bread.
I can't stand that. Oh,
it tastes so good. I love it.
Jesus, that's like the opposite. Like, I would have to, if it was a sandwich like that, I'd have to take the bread off, maybe put it on the skillet for a second, toast it, and then put it back on the sandwich. Like, I cannot handle soggy bread at all.
That sounds miserable.
That's kind of funny, though. That's a weird guilty pleasure, but I mean, it's you and all the time. So Shadow is a big sandwich guy. Like, give me your order for your perfect sandwich, Shadow. Perfect order for a sandwich.
Oh, well, this might be. I haven't had this in a while because I'm a pussy, but this might be, I guess, sacrilegious to some people. But I love Miracle Whip.
I do too.
Put Miracle Whip on that bitch and throw some turkey on there and American cheese lettuce, tomato, onion, and top it off with some oregano. Put some of that oregano.
Oregano, really? That's a different change. I haven't heard that probably ever.
Oh, actually, no. Don't put oregano with Miracle Whip. That's bad. I thought if I have like olive oil or something on the bread, then that's when you put oregano. Don't put oregano with Miracle Whip. That's just fucking weird.
Are you Italian by any chance, Shadow?
Maybe.
Okay. Because the oils, like I would never put like oils on my sandwich. Probably. I don't know if that's a thing.
That wasn't something that before I worked at the sandwich shop. Like I didn't really know much about sandwich making and all that shit. Like, you put oil on your bread, but then I tried it. I tried all this stuff after making the food for so long. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put oil on this, and the it's pretty damn good.
So you're telling me you were an artist?
Balsamic vinaigrette. Put that shit on the sandwich too. It's so good. So
that's such a funny sounding.
I will say that I put on from Subway. I put that red wine vinegar on some of my sandwiches. I have done that. That's probably the closest I've done to any kind of oils or whatever. It's good. You just ask for it. It comes in a small package, and it's like a white package with red lettering on it. Have you had that side? That red wine vinegar?
No.
Because I know you got a Subway a lot.
But it's not 21 yet.
Yeah. I'm not trying to break the law, dog.
No, sorry.
Dated.
It's good though. If you've never had it, it's one of those like hidden items you don't know you can get from Subway, but they have it in packets, so it's kind of cool.
Anyway, yeah, that's
maybe
my,
in a few years.
In a few years.
Yeah.
That's my guilty pleasure.
Vinaigrette? Yeah, break your ID up.
Yeah, can I see your ID? Wait, what? Wait a second. I used to. If something is cooked in alcohol, can you still have it?
Yeah, I mean,
why? What?
You're not gonna get drunk. Cooking something in alcohol, doesn't it like?
It usually evaporates.
Lack of a better term, doesn't it? Like it leaves the flavor, but
yeah,
all the alcohol like goes, so you're not gonna get wasted.
I don't know about the whole percent of it leaving, but I know like a lot of it evaporates anyways.
I don't think that's true because I'm kind of a pussy, and on my 21st birthday I went to Outback Steakhouse and I got the Applebee's. I got the Jack Daniel's steak. I just made that up. That's probably an item in Applebee's. I've been Applebee's since like the Bush administration. Yeah. But
the what?
Yeah,
they microwave everything, by the way.
Yeah, I don't eat Applebee's anymore.
But you got this Jack Daniels whatever, and you got drunk off of it?
No, I was just fucking around. I was trying to be funny, but you know, tough times on YouTube. Hard to be funny during the Great Depression. Aren't a lot of famous stand-up comics from the 30s.
God dang. So what's your guilty pleasure?
Depression.
Joel?
My guilty pleasure?
Yeah. Give me a guilty pleasure you have.
Well, Finn messing around with my Amazon Prime boxes right now is pretty good. Guilty pleasure? I don't know. I mean, I feel like my fucking life's a guilty pleasure because if I'm not editing video games, I'm usually like playing video games just silently. But I get massages every once in a while, not like maybe like once every couple of months, just because Megan and I have. I have back problems. Megan has shoulder problems. She's a runner. So
do y'all do couples massages?
No, we do. Yeah, we do couples massages.
Yeah, because it costs a little bit more to do those, don't it?
Yeah, but it's worth it to witness your woman being touched by another man.
I tell you what, man, you're gonna pay me more because I'm about to touch your woman in front of you, motherfucker.
We normally book the like girl, like you can choose, and I'm like, I want 2 females. Ain't no woman touching, or ain't no man touching my woman. But then this time we got like a female and then a guy who it was a female and a guy, so I was like, whoa there. Not what I requested. That's gonna come off the tip. So it was kind of awkward at the start, and then I thought he was gay, but then Megan was like, I definitely don't think he was, after the massage, she's like, I definitely don't think he was gay, and he had very strong hands, and I was like, bitch. Are you crazy?
You said that?
Yeah, she said that. No, I didn't say bitch. I said, excuse me, man. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun times. But I could probably take him in a fight, or at least I could shot him with a gun if I owned one.
He's got strong hands. Did you get into like a thumb war with his ass? He's gonna whoop your ass.
But the girl, I don't know what you guys say, D4, or like for your massages or whatever, what you say. I think we've talked about this before. Or you say like, oh yeah, go as hard as you want. It doesn't affect me.
Fuck that. I can't handle it.
No, oh, you don't? Okay.
No,
she was
fuck
like,
that.
She was like, what kind of pressure do you like? And I said, you know, never been too hard for me. And she just cracked her knuckles. She was like, okay. She broke out the good stuff. Yeah, I thought I was gonna pass out from crying at one point. Like, it's funny just the context of what's happening to you and what the pain level is, because it was extremely painful, but it was also supposed to be like a relaxation thing. So I was thinking to myself, oh, this feels good. But if I was getting a root canal and there's the same level of pain, I'd probably be on the verge of tears because of the experience.
Exactly. Yeah, it is weird. Like I go to the same place all the time, and I've got the same woman 3 times, and she's like, "How hard do you want me to go?" I'm like, you know, not very hard at all. This is just for relaxation. I don't have any pain anywhere, blah blah blah. I hate my legs being worked on, but for whatever reason, she always works on my legs and she stretches the shit out of me. And I'm like, I swear to God, half time I think I'm gonna like fucking tear an ACL or something. The way she tears my fucking knees up, an asshole. With my shoulders, the way she stretches my shoulders, like I've dislocated my left shoulder a couple times in sports. And but it's like popped back in place. I've never had to have it worked on or anything like that. And I swear to God, she's gonna pop that thing out every single time. And I'm like right on the verge of like just screaming, "Fuck it, I'm done." But it's like one of those things. I hate being stretched because I was never good. I was never flexible as an athlete, anyways. I could barely touch my toes.
I could when I was in high school, but I can't now. But yeah, the part that gets me is when she works on because my biggest problems are in my lower back, and then the lower back not being good messes up with my head and neck. I have problems. Just I guess it's like a functionality kind of balance thing. So I'm like, I need my neck work done, but every time I do that, it's like, all right, just stab me with the knife is like what I'm ordering, because she does like the neck workout, and it's like you guys aren't Star Wars fans, but like the Spock Vulcan grip where he just grabs them by the neck and they pass out. That's like what I feel like it's gonna happen to me. I start seeing spots.
That's not good.
I also, if you couldn't tell by listening, I could not be a soldier.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't. We have people that fight for us.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't sign up for this draft.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't sign up for the draft this year. I ain't going to Korea, fella.
I'm 26. They don't want my old ass.
Right.
That's like reminds me of that old Eminem line. I'm 28. They gonna take you for they take me.
Yeah, they gotta. You gotta come up with something. You gotta say you have asthma. I'll say I just look at my shoulder twice. You don't want me.
I'd say I'm Native American. It's not a lie, but it's not the truth they're looking for.
There's some weird things you can get out for. Like if you're the only male in your family that carries your last name, you can get out from doing that as well. There's a lot of things that you can get done for, like any kind of injuries, ACL, all that stuff. You have a less likely chance if there ever was like a automatic draft.
It was funny to watch. I watched like the Ken Burns World War II documentary, and it's just weird.
Boring, though.
It is boring, but the beginning's interesting. Like at the start of the war, because it's weird to think of a world where there was no media. We just have information so readily available at our fingertips. I've watched multiple videos of people dying, but we're not here to talk about my masturbation habits. But like they were all excited to get into the war. Like people, there were multiple. That's the most striking thing to me from that Ken Burns World War II documentary are the people saying, you know, there were 3 guys in my little town in Minnesota that killed themselves because they got rejected for the draft.
Right.
Like they killed themselves because they weren't allowed to go fight, because it was seen as a sign of bravery. Nobody knew the horrors of war because there wasn't the same form of media. Like the Vietnam War was the first time a war was really broadcast on TV, and you can see how terrible it was. But it's just like I can see how multiple things look without like actually been in a situation. Sometimes I watch videos of this guy records these YouTube videos of driving through like dangerous neighborhoods at night, like driving through Detroit at night, and I just think, man, I would not go through those streets at night, but since I'm a local Michigander, I need to see what the streets look like at night, and it reaffirms me not wanting to go there, but at the nighttime. But yeah, it's a different time.
That's actually something that I'd never thought about, and that's incredibly interesting. Like, wanting to go to war, not knowing, and then like just imagining that first moment when you realize, like, holy shit, like this is absolutely terrible. Like,
yeah. Well, that was the best part to me about about Hacksaw Ridge, that movie that came out.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, the guy who played the father, I don't remember the actor's name, but he plays Agent Smith in Matrix. But he was a World War I veteran, as a lot of the parents of World War II veterans or World War II soldiers were World War I veterans, right. And he really played on like the horror of war, and like you could see it in his face, and that's the only way that somebody without media, with just the radio, was invented at that time. That's the only way they would be able to tell, is from a secondhand account, and you see that in Band of Brothers too, like when they go to fight, I believe in like the Battle of the Bulge, I can't remember, even though I've seen it a couple times. They get there and they see the other soldiers and how just like they look like they're already dead almost, and they're still fighting. But yeah, it's just like kind of a different perspective. But we couldn't even, we're so far removed from that. It's like for them trying to imagine life in the 1700s, they'd probably be saying the same thing, or like the 1800s, like, wow, I wonder what it'd be like to not have the radio, just have a candle. But like, what's it like to not have the internet? I got to see what's happening on Twitter.
Right. Yeah, back then, back to where you were saying, Joel, there would be a lot of breakups, and there would be a lot of stuff go on because the men that didn't go to war, their women saw them as weak and someone that wouldn't be able to, support the family if need be. And there were like men that I've seen letters before where they said that if you don't go off to war, then don't come back, kind of thing. Like, don't come back to me. Like, you might as well do something else with your life.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of thing.
suicide.
Yeah, basically. And so, yeah, that is nuts to think, and that they really did not know what was going on. I mean, they heard stories from like their dads and so on and so forth about war, but they really did not know what they were getting into, and it was just such a big deal. Like, anybody that was any 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old that could was basically somewhat fit and mentally stable would go and try to be in the war. Nowadays, I don't know how many people you could get to sign up, and out of 20 kids, I think maybe 1 or 2 might sign up. That would be probably.
Yeah, just because they can see how terrible it is. I'm going to have a little summer of World War II recap, because I love history anyway, and my dad really loves history. By the way, if anyone lives anywhere close to New Orleans, go to the National World War II Museum. It's awesome. I went there last year. It was really cool. And
Battle of New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. But I want to catch up on my World War II stuff before COD World War II comes out, because I'm minimal hyped for that game, and
wants to be knowledgeable.
I mostly just want an excuse to watch Band of Brothers again and all the other.
Ken Burns is probably the best you can watch, though, when it comes to straight facts. It is boring, but
I want the entertainment.
Yeah, the entertainment.
I think I'm only gonna watch those once. He's got another one coming out too, doesn't he? He has like I think he has his Vietnam ones coming out in the fall, so that'll be the next Ken Burns thing I watch.
Yeah, my grandpa was in Vietnam.
Was he? Both of my... Really? That's pretty young for a... Well, I guess I had my dad's, like birth parents, because they were younger. He was in Korea, I think, or like Korean Coast Guard. He was in the Coast Guard during Korea. But my other 2 grandfathers were in World War II.
That's pretty cool.
But my one grandfather got a Bronze Star. I was talking to my dad about this. I forgot about this, but he showed me his medal display case. He finally put it up on the wall and stuff. Mm-hmm. And my grandfather got a Bronze Star, and that's like the 3rd highest honor you can get, I think, as just an infantry soldier.
You know what he did?
No, that's my dad said that's like one of his biggest regrets, is because my grandfather was like really one of those people like, don't talk to me about the war.
Yeah,
like,
my grandpa was kind of like that too.
He was very strict about it. I think he told my dad maybe one thing. Like, it was until he was an adult, or like almost fully an adult, that he found out what my grandpa got a Purple Heart for. Oh, wow. Like that, it was So at least he knows that one, and that one you could probably find out easier, but he has no idea why he got a Bronze Star.
You could probably figure that out some way, some forth. They always have a big catalog of things like that, Joel. If you
well,
really
I'm trying to
want
become an
look it up.
actual celebrity, so like History Channel can be like, "Hey, can you come on and let's find out your family history." That would be like the biggest benefit of being like uber famous to me. It's like I want to go on one of those shows where I learn all about my family because I'm rich and people care.
I've always been intrigued with that stuff, and like I know I have some Irish background and things like that, but to go through my mom's side and my dad's side to see what all happened and how everything kind of panned out.
Get like the full dealio, because we got like there's been divorces, and then like my dad was adopted, and then it's like which happens to every family. There's like it gets mixed up. It's hard to keep track of all that stuff, especially back when records weren't as good. So I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah, I told we've talked about this before. Like, my grandpa was actually in the Air Force, and he retired from the Air Force, putting in 30 years. And he doesn't talk to me about anything. Like, I'll ask him, and he'll give me generals. I know that he was on the B-52, which is basically a big plane that can carry other like tanks. It can carry
B-52 bomber.
All kinds, bombing and all kinds of stuff. So it can carry a bunch of stuff. I don't know exactly what he did, but putting in 30 years, that's a lot of time to put in to the Air Force. And he was stationed in a lot of different places. And we talked about this, but my mom was over in Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, back when they stayed there for a few years, and that was basically when the whole Narcos things were getting started up with Pablo Escobar.
Colombia would be a dangerous place to be in when your mom was of an age.
And she was talking about how their house had glass on the outside of they had a big wall, and she has blonde hair and blue eyes, and that was like a big rare thing. Like they had kidnappings all the time that they didn't talk about, but they told my grandpa, don't let her go outside, and they had their own bodyguard. And
that'd be fun for a teen.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let her go outside. If you go outside, make sure they so and so and so forth. But I thought it was real cool that she was like told me they had broken bottles as their barbed wire fence on top of their wall. That was pretty cool. Like if anybody tried to get in, that would be kind of the deterrent.
They didn't live in like a base?
They did, but he got moved around a lot, so I don't know exactly what he did because he doesn't talk about it. My mom doesn't really know. She was young, and so he never really tells me what was going on. But where they were at had their own house and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly the whole details, so I don't want to lie here. But she was just telling me what she remembered as a kid. So. Anyways.
Yeah, that's really dumb. That's really dumb when you meet people who are too young to remember conflicts they were involved in.
Yeah, but I thought that was really cool. Sidearms. But yeah, we're back to guilty pleasures, and you're up, Sidearms. What's a guilty pleasure you have, my dude?
I don't know, dude.
You have to have something, man. There's something that you do, whether it's anime, whether it's something. What's a guilty pleasure you have?
Wait, what? Can you say that again, D4?
Guilty pleasure, anime.
No, I only watched
That's
Naruto,
not guilty.
dude.
You don't have to feel guilty.
Well, I don't know. I guess
not a guilty pleasure.
Like I wouldn't show my parents or whatever. Like I remember I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh one time, and then my dad got up for work because he works at like he gets up at like 5, so he usually finds me awake. And I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh. I was rewatching like the ending or whatever, and then he was like, "Oh, you still watch that stuff?"
Did you switch to porn to know their bragging?
Yeah. I had porn ready, but I wasn't fast enough.
Dad, I swear I'm just jerking off.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an anime watcher, really.
Much you talk about Naruto and Naruto, however you want to say it, and Pokemon, you would think you are pretty much anime.
Would you ever get a massage side?
Yes. What kind?
Have you ever had one?
No, I've never had one.
You got to get one, Side. I think you enjoy it.
Is this like a sex thing? Are you guys trying to hook
like,
me up? Or?
Yeah, here's the thing.
I was wondering if you've like had the touch of a strong woman before. Because it's usually women with the massage industry is just filled with women with strong hands, which is not a slight in any way, shape, or form. It's just a fact.
They make really good money too, by the way.
I don't know anything about it.
But masseuse, you gotta go to school for it.
I thought you were talking about like happy endings and stuff. I'd be too scared to ask.
For a happy ending, yeah. Don't fucking ask for a happy ending.
Yeah.
Why would you?
It's illegal.
What are you?
Why would you ask?
Sir, your massage is over. Is it?
Over so soon? Keep
so
going.
Wow. What's this extra 20 in your pocket doing here?
Oh, hold on. Mr. Jackson has a question for you.
Oh, shit. So this is not Chinatown. Jesus Christ.
I know. It's like Thailand. Or,
Yeah. What the fuck?
You're crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That does happen, man. If you want to, as a
I mean, I'm not trying to get busted. I'm not trying to get busted for fucking trying to offer the masseuse a couple of like dollars just to suck my dick.
All right, I'm just gonna start massaging your lower back. Oh, when you're done that, could you suck my dick?
Don't forget the testes. What?
What do you think the lingo is? Can I get a happy ending?
I imagine you just flirt, and it's
kind of obvious, yeah. I think so too.
When you say what muscle, when she asks what muscle is sore, just be like, oh, just around the groin area, and just like really grab your dick, the attachment. Just like, oh, just really strained right here, just right, right. This like the shaft.
This shaft, this meaty shaft here.
How much are massages usually?
They fucking
it's like $1 a minute, so it's like
50 to
30.
60.
Yeah,
Really?
like if it's at 30 minutes, like 30. 40
I get an hour
bucks,
every
60.
time.
Yeah, I get an hour, so
Really?
60. Couples massages like.
Do you fall asleep?
150.
I can't when people, like I said, I can't have
No.
people touch
Start
me when
touching
I'm.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And plus, if I'm getting stretched though that way, I'm like,
Yeah,
hell
I
no.
would know if I was getting the beach.
getting your asshole.
Like I hold my breath after I'm like, ooh, motherfucker, kind of thing. But it's fun though, Zod. Like you should definitely. Like I was anti-massage altogether when I was younger. I was like, that's stupid. I never want to do that. But now I'm like, yeah, man, it's something that you like treat yourself is kind of what you kind of talk to yourself about. Like, hey, I deserve this. I deserve a massage. I need one every other month, something like that. Yeah.
I've opened a bunch of blues this month. I deserve a break.
Yeah, exactly.
I opened up a knife.
Yeah, he did open
Well,
a knife. It's just I don't call it a knife.
Quote,
A dull knife. Yeah, butter
I
knife.
don't want to hate.
It had a handle. That's about it. What about like a manicure, pedicure? Are y'all against that or for that?
I'm not against it. I just bite my nails a lot, so I don't think it would be like.
I'm actually a guy.
Whoa! And the homophobic comment of the night. So.
Why is that homophobic?
I just because I decided it was. That's it. You can just do that.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I've never gotten one. I don't think I have.
I've never have either. I've
never got one, but I would be. I don't know. I couldn't see a scenario in which I
feet
could
are
stop
weird,
biting my
man.
nails as long as YouTube's like this.
Feet are weird.
Feet are
I don't
weird.
want anyone touching my fucking feet.
I know. But too big of a turn on. I mean, what? It's like, wait,
Oh, yeah.
weird.
I can see you doing that side.
What?
We got to figure out your guilty pleasure side. You have everyone.
I don't know, dude. Well, name some shit off. What have you seen?
We already did.
Joe?
What I've seen you not throw away trash.
One time.
One time. You like to order like food, like more food than you need. Like when you're not hungry, then you're like, fuck, I haven't. Now I don't know what to do with this food. I thought I was gonna eat it, Joel, but I can't.
Yeah. Like, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I ordered. Well, this is kind of Joel's fault too. He said, "How are you gonna go to
this?
how are you gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings and not order wings?" Is what he told me. So,
because he was ordering like a sandwich or something. So
a wrap.
I was like, don't even get a sandwich. Like, what's the? But then he's like, "Oh, good point, Joel. I'll order the sandwich and the wings," which wasn't what I was saying, but I appreciate that.
You become sort of a. I don't know, a food connoisseur side. You know what's good at like every place. You're like, what's good at this place? Oh, this is good. This is good.
Oh, not really, man. My selection is pretty limited.
Outback.
Yeah, Outback.
Just the motherfucker who gets chicken at Outback.
He got steak.
I got steak.
He got steak. Now their steaks aren't very good. I'll be honest.
But
I got chicken.
You got chicken parm at Longhorn. Same.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Longhorn's so bad.
I did. Well, one time I did. It was actually really good. The chicken parmesan's good. And you guys said, "Oh, that's dirty food." That's dirty food.
Someone said chicken parm was dirty food.
Yeah, they're like, it's like super easy to make or some shit. I don't know what the reasoning was. It was like some kind of some crazy shit. That's what I mean. That's what you guys said. What are you telling me?
Food.
What are you telling me?
What are you telling me? What?
I never said that.
Dirty food. Well, who says dirty food?
Specifically said this?
It was either D4 Jehovah or D20. So have your
dirty food. Why would I say dirty food? That makes no sense.
I don't know. Why would you say dirty food?
I do.
Yeah. Why would you say?
Yeah, it sounded like he's deflected now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it was.
I will say this: if you go to like an Outback and get a chicken parm, then you're fucking stupid because that's not like the place to get it. You know.
Okay, yeah.
But dirty food, I don't know.
So you were the one. That's what you're trying to say.
I've never said dirty food in my life except for tonight. I guess that's some dirty food right there. What?
I get truffles on my chicken parm.
Yeah, exactly.
You can fuck off.
Dollar chicken parm to $1,000 chicken parm with truffles.
I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure, but I do that. Order more food than I probably should.
Joel, have you ever had a truffle?
You just like to have a good time.
Yeah.
I think I've had a truffle. I can't picture it though. I know where I've had one. In Las Vegas at the Venetian, that guy, the cake boss, hey, New Jersey cake boss, one of those shows on TLC. He has a bakery there. It's actually fucking amazing, and I had truffles there.
Really? How much did it cost you?
Thanks for saying fucking.
Probably like $100. I don't. Everything in Vegas is like.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, one
Jesus
Slurpee,
Christ.
that'll be 25.
Living large at a million.
Yeah, it's insane.
I went to Megan wanted to go to a club, and it was her first time in Vegas, and I mean. I've
never been to
Vegas
Vegas.
too. Yeah, Vegas is one of my favorite cities in the United States, so I'm not like trashing Vegas. It's like the best guilty pleasure city for an adult to go to. But
Home of the Raiders.
Like home of the Vegas Raiders, as we all know. But so we went there, and she's like, "This is my first time I want to go to a club," and I was like, because I've done that before, and it's really expensive. So we go to the club in fucking Cosmo. I can't remember what it is. But it's one of like the hot clubs or whatever, and. So we get in, and it's like cover is like $50 or something. Christ. It's a weekend night. Each drink is $15 for like think of the cups that you get when you go to a restaurant or go to like if you go to Chipotle and ask for just a water. Like I just want a water cup. Yeah, that's the size of the drinks for $15, and it's not like they're any better than.
And they're watered down as fuck, probably.
Yeah, watered down as fuck. Yeah. And it's like, and to get and they say the real value is in getting a table. So yeah, it's like spend $200 to get, which it actually would be a value if you had more people there. But then you're like actually spending like $50 between 4 people, and it's like all this. But yeah, it's just it's.
Did y'all see any celebs there yet?
Oh yeah. Well, when I was there with Speedy, and Hova and Laquan, we saw Mike Tyson.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was really fucking random. He was in the there's an autographs like an antiquity shop in the Palazzo, I think, and he was doing a signing in there.
Okay, that's pretty cool, man.
I can't think of any.
They would have a huge signing. Like Mike Tyson is huge within like the UFC community. Like everyone worships him in the UFC community. I don't know why, but
yeah, he's had a real career resurgence.
I don't know, kind of cray. That's cool, man. I always wanted to go to Vegas.
Dude, that's a must. Like,
yeah, it's a
for Megan and I, our vacation like thing is like, all right, where do we want to go? And we can't go to Vegas for the 3rd time, or we really want to. Let's go to a vacation. I'd really like to go to New Orleans, but you know, got to go other places. Got to see other things.
You're trying to go to all 50 states, right, Joel?
I'd like to, yeah. I'm not going back to Missouri. I've been there once for the rest of enough of my life. But yeah, there's like other like North Carolina. I'm a little biased against North Carolina. I won't go there again. But yeah, there's like I'll try to go to like a bunch of other ones. I've been listening to this podcast that's only about Rhode Island, and it's
really?
The most interesting thing to me, and it makes me want to go to Rhode Island, even though I'm sure it's super small and not as interesting as the podcast makes it seem. But yeah, you know, it'd be fun.
So what's so great about Las Vegas, though? Like, what sets it apart that makes you want to go back for, like, the 3rd, 4th time?
It's adult Disneyland, dude. It has every luxury restaurant, every type of food. I mean, like, fucking Cake Boss is there. Obviously, weather. You could do anything. It's like, hey, I want to drive a Lambo at 1, and then I want to shoot machine guns at 3. Oh, cool. We can make that happen because it's fucking Vegas. It's just... I've been there twice, and I feel like I've seen... maybe 20% of it, like the casinos are so big, you can only see so much. I've seen almost all of Caesars, almost all of Venetian La Pazio, but I've been in MGM Grand for like 5 minutes. I haven't seen like any of it. It's just cool to see all the people, and it's like it's kind of like the capital of American greed and gluttony, and so that's kind of interesting. It's like the most interesting place to people watch to me.
Oh yeah, I'm a big people watcher. We talked about that.
I wish I had better reasons. I'd like to go hiking like one time when I'm there. Like Red Rock seems awesome, but we've just always stayed like on the. I don't even think I've ever been off the Strip really.
There's no reason to, right? Everything's just walking, right? No, there's like no cars.
I mean, there is reason to, but yeah, it's there's like other cool stuff to do, but yeah, that's mostly what you do. You just walk around and stuff.
Sounds cool. I definitely want to go. I want to go try out like all the casinos just to look at them and see what I like the best and what kind of things I get into. Like D20 and I, we play a little roulette when we go to casinos and stuff. We get into that pretty heavy and do a pretty good job. And the food, that's the biggest thing. Like I know we made fun of that truffle stuff because of that BuzzFeed video that they put out, but they had one where they do all the best like Vegas, what do you call them? Crap, I can't even think about it. Buffets, and they did one was like $20, one was $50, one was $100, and they were all like amazing, like fresh, everything.
I bet a Vegas buffet. Yeah,
was it good?
Yeah, it was fucking really good. I mean, it was obviously like I said, expensive, but it's like a gourmet buffet, and it was in the Cosmopolitan. But yeah, it was great, dude. It's like a section, like in terms of I judge cities by food. I think is the number one way I judge cities. I'm sure other people do that too. And Vegas, top 5 dead or alive for pretty much any country or any. I guess I would say maybe not any country, but definitely any city in the United States.
Gotcha. Killing it, Shadow.
Beat the pussy.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Shadow, have you ever been to Las Vegas? I feel like you would be the only one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first one.
You were the first one?
You went before I went.
What'd you do at your trip? Because I feel like you do something different.
I went to Evo, Mortal Kombat.
Oh tournament. Yeah, I forgot about that. Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
What'd y'all do when you were there? Did you just stay in the tournament stuff, or did you actually go around and see stuff?
For the most part, I hung around with the old fighting game community and just did like Mortal Kombat stuff. But one thing that I really enjoyed was just walking up and down the Strip at night. It was like it's so weird. Like you hear, is Las Vegas the city that never sleeps?
That's New York.
That's New York, but Vegas is Sin City.
I heard that before.
Vegas truly never does sleep.
It's crazy. Like I was walking down the Strip at like fucking I think like night or something, and just like there were so many people out, and like everything was going on, like nothing was closed, and I'm like, this is weird, but also kind of awesome. And yeah, I didn't do any gambling or anything like that, because I was worried about money.
District. I
was like, holy crap! Like I am, like my goal was to have enough money to pay for like the parking thing that I had to pay back at the airport back in Philly. So I didn't really do much. I want to go back there and actually experience Las Vegas because like I didn't fucking buy anything. I don't even think I bought any souvenirs. Like I just went there and did fighting game tournament.
Not a lot of like great souvenirs. I got like a coffee mug.
What's the crime like in Vegas?
To see a lot of cops.
There's not crime on the Strip. Yeah, there's as many cops as anywhere you'll fucking see in the United States, probably. Well, I guess I shouldn't say there was like there was like a terrorist thing there like a couple weeks ago. But like Vegas was like that was my favorite experience. Probably is just like to be in an area that never sleeps. I'm not from I guess, well, Lansing's kind of like a small area. It's not like a small area, but it's certainly not, besides like campus during school year, there aren't things that are open super late. And then first time I went there, my friends Matt and Pat, like the spectators, were living in LA at the time, and they came down, or they came over, I guess, to hang out. And we were in a casino, and we were just gambling and drinking until like 6 a.m. And it felt like not that long. And then we looked at our clocks and our cell phones and stuff, and it's like, holy shit, it's late. And you couldn't tell by your surroundings, because they were still, I mean, there weren't obviously as many people, but there was still people around doing stuff. So you're like, damn, this is, I don't know, that's not super cool, but it was a weird experience. And they went to like Denny's after.
I would definitely feel like I would lose track of time in Vegas. Like I would stay up for probably 24 hours easy.
A lot easier, yeah, when you're talking to people, and when there's a lot of other people there that don't sleep. It was cool.
The weirdest thing for me was the whole like time difference, because I mean they're 3 hours behind what I normally would be on, and just thinking, like looking at the clock when it was 7 p.m., thinking like, wow, it's 10 o'clock back home, like dark as fuck, and everybody's like kind of just winding down. That's crazy. I know I'm probably the only person who ever like actually pays attention to that stuff. I guess it's
no, I do too. It's like in the back of my mind.
LA before.
But like the time difference, and thinking like, wow, like if I was back home, I would be doing this right now.
Yeah, definitely. I have like no interest whatsoever to go outside of the U.S. I mean, maybe Canada, but I feel like I'm like a homebody when it comes to the United States. Like I seriously, I might want to go to Ireland one day, but for the most part, not really. I don't really care to travel that far or abroad. That doesn't interest me a big deal. I'd like to see American history. I'm kind of like you, Joel. I'd like to go see some war sites and travel and see what some of the best states have to offer. I've been to almost every state, like Texas east, even all the way up to the north. Maybe not Minnesota, but Michigan was one of those states I hadn't been to, and I finally went to Michigan, and kind of, so everything kind of right. I've been all the way up New England states, and for the most part, but I want to go more west. I've never been to California, never been to Las Vegas and Nevada and all that, so I kind of want to hit that up. And Colorado is something I want to go snow skiing there. I've been snow skiing in the Northeast.
I gotta visit Colorado again. That's one of the most beautiful states I did not spend enough time in. I've spent 8 hours in the airport and then like 2 days in Aspen. But yeah, Colorado's a beautiful
Y'all did like
state.
the X Games and stuff at Aspen, didn't you?
Yeah, that was probably one of the sickest trips we've been on for YouTube stuff, where you were just there and you're like, I can't believe I do this for a living. Like, we should not be here. And I mean, I don't think they do the X Games, or maybe they actually still do some MLG X Games stuff. But all the people there were like, "Oh, these gamers, they're not extreme athletes." But yeah, that was a really cool trip. My big thing is I want to get to know the country better before I go other places, and we're at kind of a feels like kind of a tense time in the world. So I feel like I would. I'm like a big. I like to be really nice to people, especially. I mean, I can take like insults online. We're all kind of numb to that. But like, if someone to my face is like, "Oh, dirty American, fuck you," which maybe my insulting accents would probably prolong.
Why did you say it like that? Why did you?
The French are very nice.
I'm not
okay?
gonna say what accent I was doing because I don't know.
Korean.
So I would be like, I would feel guilty for traveling right now. It's like, I'll just stick to myself right now until we figure all this world stuff out. But yeah,
I'm kind of the same way. Like I never really had any interest in traveling outside the country. Exactly like D4 said, like maybe Canada, but like let's be real, it's not outside the country. That's
right. We basically own Canada. So
that's fucking dangerous. But
Canadian viewers,
I know they're gonna make fun of me for fucking being a weeb, but if no, seriously, if I ever get over this fear of eating that I have, I would love to go to Japan, not for weeb reasons. Well, I guess kind of like I don't have any interest in going to like Akihabara or anything like that and buying a whole bunch of.
That's a gun.
But no, there's a few places that I want to go because, like, they base their anime settings off of real places, so you can actually go to the places that you saw in an anime that you really liked, and like actually walk around there. Which
I haven't liked any animes yet.
To me, would be crazy.
You like Pokemon?
Remute his microphone.
But
after that banger,
yeah, that would. I think that would just be so cool to me to see like a cartoon place kind of live.
Japan seems interesting to me. I saw one of my favorite documentaries I've ever seen is Jiro Dreams of Sushi. It's a great food documentary.
Yeah, I would love to eat sushi and stuff like that there, but I don't want to. The language barrier for me is too much.
Well, I was gonna say I have a friend who travels a lot. I've heard this twice, but one from a close friend who travels a lot. She's mostly Megan's close friend, but I would consider my friend too. And she said that out of all the places she's traveled, Japan gave her the worst culture shock. Like, really? She was like on the subway. Maybe it was because she was on the subway and shit. But she was just like kind of tweaked out a little bit. Like, this is very different from our culture. Right. I don't know.
Yeah, the language barrier is
so I think about that.
Did she go during cherry blossom season?
What?
Did you go during cherry blossom season? That's when I'm gonna go if I ever go.
No, but that's like a really short period of time too. So it's like, isn't that only like 10 days or something?
I don't fucking know.
I just
think the trees look cool.
I don't think she did because she was a relative there even, so she was visiting her. But like you said before, the only place I really want to go, like foreign right now, is to I want to do a Great Britain trip and then like up to Scotland, like go through more of my family. I have like family history in Nottingham and kind of just like go up the old country, as they say.
See, that wouldn't be bad because it's still English. It's it's a different dialect, but it's still English. The whole language barrier for me with going to Japan would be trying to order food, get to a place is your currency is different there, of course.
It's even culture barrier too because it's like
I don't want to offend anybody.
I didn't go to Germany, but like Speedy and Ho went to Germany, and they were like telling us people before I was almost going to go to Germany, and they were like saying things about like certain ways to order things at a restaurant, or like this is people they kind of like fuck around with you a little bit in like German culture, or there's just like in Japan like you kind of like call for a waiter, you don't really like I don't know if that's there's like just cultural differences that are kind of like uncomfortable to me because it's uncomfortable enough to be out in public anyway, but yeah.
Germany's another one I would not like to go to at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to, but yeah, I would just haven't had the opportunity. I mean, like I said, I want to do more United States traveling, but I really like alcohol, and Ireland and Scotland have the best alcohol, so I've got to go there as a young lad, and probably an old lad. A wee lad.
A wee lad. Yeah, definitely traveling something I want to do, not necessarily now, just as I get older and hopefully, I can afford it financially and not have to feel bad about spending money here and there. But food is a big thing. I just wanted to kind of do like, I always like those shows like the Dine In Dives with, your boy. Guy. I can't even say it's Fieri. It's like something Fieri or something like that. It's not Fieri. It's Fieri. Yeah, you're right.
Fieri.
But I always like those shows because you always see kind of cool stuff, and I kind of like watching those videos, like the Korean barbecue videos on YouTube. I like watching how to cook a steak the best way from Gordon Ramsay, stuff like that. So I like, seeing different ways of, food being presented and stuff like that. So I don't think I've ever been to you probably have, Joel, more than anybody here, maybe Speedy as well, but to restaurants where they really like have quality ingredients and taste the difference between the two. You've had really
truffles.
Truffles and upgraded beef and things like that.
Speedy's had Kobe, dude. I haven't had a Kobe, but Speedy let me try his Kobe in Aspen. And we were sitting next to two porn directors, and they were telling us about the porn industry. That was one of the better restaurant experiences I've ever had.
We saw Riley Reid in East Lansing.
No, we didn't. Jesus Christ.
No, you didn't.
Saw a girl that was basically homeless, and he's like, "Oh my God, she's the honest thing ever." Like, your standards are so fucking low, get laid. What did you guys have to say at the restaurant, Joel? What was the topic?
Oh, what they were like, I don't know. They were telling us they were like building a porn website, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to LA to interview girls now." And they're like, "Really? Like, what girls? Have we heard of them? We watch porn." And they had like a portfolio of girls they were talking to, and I don't remember there was one that we recognized. I don't know who it was. It wasn't like a superstar porn star, but they were like talking to them about their website and stuff. And they might have just been creepers that carried around a portfolio of women with like their backgrounds and stuff. I mean, it looked because I didn't think it was legit, but they had like a fucking binder of women. So it was like, oh, this is either the creepiest thing ever, or they actually are businessmen, because they were like ordering expensive shit. So, and they were in a nicer like hotel than us. So I would think that they were legit. But yeah, I've had like amazing food, but it's always good to have a Fogo. Like, Fogo's not fine dining, but I like mid-range fine dining, like not so expensive where you pay like $400 for something that is the size of a peanut. Yeah, a $500 truffle for you, sir. But I like a little Fogo, a little good meat.
Well, you get like, it's like all you can eat though, right? At Fogo.
Oh yeah, Fogo. There's like, Fogo is like a process. There's like the consumption process, and then there's afterwards. Like the shits from it are just insane. Like it feels like you've been through a physical transformation. When we say we're getting Fogo to fucked up, it's not a joke. Like, it's seriously like, yeah, like, don't talk to us for the rest of the night, because we're not gonna be able to function.
Do you guys usually get more than what you got while I was there?
Well, when we were there in San Francisco, yeah, that was a light night. I remember I didn't eat. Well, I've just, in going to Fogo more, I've been eating less there, because it's like the more terrible, painful experiences I have afterwards, I think to myself, man, that food tastes good, but eating that much food is not good.
Yeah, I ate before that with Sweetie, some kind of chicken thing. I don't know. But
where'd you get chicken thing from? Well, where do you order chicken thing from?
I don't remember. It was just some local chicken place, I guess.
You just walk in down the San Francisco streets with Speedy, and there's a sign that said the chicken here, and you're like, hey, I want a chicken.
Chicken's pretty nice.
Hey, chicken's good.
Chicken
Joe.
Chicken.
Can we get chicken?
Joel. Lemon onion. But we just didn't have enough room, I guess. Or I know. I should have saved more room.
I got there.
They were being stingy with the meats, dude. We fucking had the shit on green. How about you explain to everyone how it works, Joel? How the rest
Fogo de Chao? Yeah, there's a Fogo de Chao in mostly like every major American city, or even, we don't have one in Detroit, but we have like a Brazilian steakhouse. I mean, it's like Korean barbecue. It's just a genre of restaurant, and so at these Brazilian steakhouses, mostly Fogo, you have a thing that looks like a coaster. If you know what a coaster looks like, it's a little circle you put your drinks on, and there's red for stop and green for good. And green for go.
I've seen these. I've been to these before.
So when you got green for go, I mean, you're fucking going, dude. Like, they walk around with giant skewers of meat, and I mean a skewer like a sword with a fucking meat on it that's the size of an entire cow. Sorry, vegetarians. And they like ask you, you're like, do you want the special, or like they have different cuts, and they have different, they have lamb, and they have all these great accessories to the table, and like great potatoes, even though I don't like potatoes, and like these delicious kind of cooked bananas that tastes great. It's just a very delicious experience, and the skewers of meat and the knives, and just a very masculine thing to do, to go there. I'm sorry, not I don't want to say you're less of a man if you don't enjoy it, but well, I said it without saying it.
Favorite cut of meat, Joel? Go.
Got to be the filet, my dude. I don't know what else it would be.
I like lamb, dude. I fuck with some lamb.
Oh, were you talking about like?
Yeah.
Right? Got to be the cow, my dude. I don't know.
No, I'm just talking about like lamb chops at a place like these Brazilian places that come.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, filet is my go-to. Like, if I had, I don't know if it would be my meal before I die, but if you're like, you got one more meal until you die, filet would definitely be in like consideration. For sure. That's like some of the best.
I like human.
Yeah, I like human meat personally.
It's sirloin for me. No.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you get more. The last time I went to Outback,
you do get more.
Converted me. Yeah, you,
do.
Get more for half
an
the
Outback
fucking
steak converted.
Yeah, an Outback
steak. Yeah. Dude, next time you're here, let's go to that. I wanted to go to
the Chop House.
Chop House, yeah. And there's one in Ann Arbor too. I think I'm gonna go to Ann Arbor this weekend, but maybe I'll go there with Megan.
We still have to make cookies.
Dude, I tell you I'm gonna do everything, and then when you get here, I'm like, fuck it, so I don't want to do anything.
We can do anything you want, son.
He has that
as long as Joel wants to do it too.
Let's just drink a bunch of water balls and leave them out everywhere.
I didn't do that.
Bullshit.
Don't accuse me of a crime I didn't commit.
Yeah. He did leave at least 2 hanging around my house.
I did. I left one in Speedy's guest room. As like a joke.
Fucking pranked.
I told him before I left.
Pranked.
I got him. Should have had a video on it, man. Jesus Christ.
Pranked.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know. So Pennsylvania, leaving bottles out is a death penalty. So you might not want to come here.
I've fixed my habits, Shadow. You can thank you
for
looking out for me.
Let's not risk it.
Oh, conveniently enough for you, Shadow. Side said he wants to die earlier. I'm looking for a good excuse to die.
Wait,
I mean, leaving bottles out means you live forever.
Oh.
So.
I'm already ahead.
Any other fun podcast topics, D4?
Yeah, basically, which way do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated?
All right, let's just end it.
What?
I was joking, by the way.
Oh,
that's a joke.
No, he wasn't.
He
wasn't joking. No,
yeah, whatever my relatives want, like if they want to eat me or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be.
Stop.
Do any of us have wills? Like, I should probably.
I have one.
Yeah,
I had to pay a fucking.
Well, I think Speedy has one.
Lawyer to do it.
You can just write your own. Just be like, give my shit
with a crayon. Give my motherfucking truck to my.
Gets deluxe verses.
you have to write me in for nobody extra.
I think D20 wouldn't go down for that. I gave it to D20.
Yeah, I've got all rights.
Yeah,
I want to be buried ass up so all my haters can kiss my ass.
Jesus Christ.
I do just want to say, not to offend, but cremation is weird.
As a joke.
Oh, my grandpa's cremated, so I'm offended now.
I think it's the cheapest option. I mean, what the hell is she going to do with a dead body? Why buy expensive ass casket?
I don't want to breathe him, okay? I don't want to breathe him.
Bury it in a hole. But, like, the cadaver, whatever, man. Just bury it. Like, I don't understand $100,000 coffins either.
Right.
But $1 coffin versus $100,000 coffin.
I heard this, by the way. I heard that the waterproof ones aren't really waterproof. But go ahead. Sorry, shut up.
I mean, why would you want it waterproof?
Exactly. I don't know. Your
You're never
gonna
see it again.
There. Exactly. Whatever.
Fucking. It's like it never really struck me as weird before, but
can't remember talking about this, by the way.
2 years ago,
I died.
I was cremated.
No, 2 years ago, one of my mom's dogs died, and she had it cremated, and now she's got the ashes just like sitting in the living room.
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
still more of an animal than any of your cats.
This is, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, why? And like, I don't get it.
I don't understand like keeping the ashes, but like cremation as a whole is like cheaper option.
I don't understand the keeping ashes either. Like I don't know if this was. I did think this was weird at the time. Maybe this is a common practice. But my grandfather wanted to be cremated, but we still buried him in a cemetery, which I think that's kind of more for like a family morality thing, like to come. You know, if you want to go see your dad or whatever. Like I understand that, but yeah, I would never. If someone wants to be cremated in my family and they're like keep my ashes, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, but I do not. I mean, if my brother or sister want the ashes or something, like I'm not keeping ashes in my house. Fuck that, dude. dump them in Lake Michigan.
Hard enough
or
keeping this thing dusted as it is.
Yeah, it's hard enough. Look, my fucking. You seen my DVD player? I haven't used that thing in a minute. It looks like it has at least 2 bodies cremated on it.
I want to be like
throw the DVD with all its friends.
I want to be sneezed in a bunch of people's faces. Like go to Coachella and just fucking throw that shit up in the air like you're goddamn LeBron James.
Yeah, or I want LeBron to use my ashes when he comes out for his intro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or like say it's fucking truffles and just put that shit on everybody's food.
Truffles.
Oh shit. Oh, good times, boys. Good times. That is actually going to be the end of the podcast today. D20's right on time with this mother lover today. Thanks to everybody that showed up.
You can give me a Santa hat for being late.
All right, I'll give you a Santa hat. That's all you, buddy. G18 is on the bounce-y bounce. Speedy said a couple words, so I appreciate it. Speedy, Sidearms is here.
Expect my picture on the screen.
Yeah, it'll be there, bitch. And Shadow Beats, Nobody Epic, and your boy D20. Like I said, all links will be down in the description below if you want to check these guys out. We got some cool stuff coming out on content, so definitely check all that out. We got a bunch of roleplay stuff going on my channel, and what else I got going on? Pretty much that's the new thing around here. But
I want to roleplay some more, my dude.
Come on, man. SoundCloud, there will be a link down below if you want to check out last week's. We'll be on SoundCloud. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week for the podcast. See you guys later.